Income of consumer. Yes, income of consumer is yet another aspect which affects elasticity of demand. As my common sense tells me, people with higher income group will have their elasticity of demand inelastic, whereas people with lower income level will have their elasticity of demand is relatively elastic. I'll explain why this happens. What happens in case of people with high income level group? So consumer who has his income very high, so the proportion of his income which is going to buy this commodity is very less, very negligible according to him. So even if there is a change in the price of the commodity, the demand for the consumer is not changed. The consumer is not affected due to those even 20, 30, 50% price increases. The very reason that high income group people have a very less proportion of their income going into those buying those products, and therefore this price does not affect, and hence for people who are high income group, the price elasticity of demand is relatively inelastic. Whereas what happens in case of low income level group people? Well, huge proportion of their income goes into buying those commodities. So if there are changes in prices of those commodities, then their income being low, they tend to shift their demands. Hence, for people with low income level group, price elasticity of demand is relatively elastic. I'll give an example. Let's say meat plays a huge role in low income level groups' budget. So if the price of meat is, let's say, 150 rupees per kg, is going to from 150 to 250 rupees per kg, they'll not buy meat. They will shift their choices to other products. So the consumption pattern get greatly shifted for low income level group. The very reason is since the income is very less, so they tend to spend on commodities which are very necessary. Hence, the income level of a consumer decides the elasticity of demand. Yes, with high income level, the elasticity of demand is relatively inelastic. With low income level, the elasticity of demand is relatively elastic.